What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Science Over Stats with the Standout Sports family. It's your boy Juice. Again, follow my socials, Instagram and Twitter at JRay the Juice Man. Literally, JRay the Juice Man, not the. You feel me? I did get y'all on Facebook last time. Jeremiah Ray. Like I said before, Snapchat too personal. Go to hell. But welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, rest of the gang. Let's get to it.
How you doing, guys? It's Raw Money here. Follow me on all social media handles at Raw Monies. Facebook is Ryan Favela. I don't know if y'all can find me on Facebook at Ryan Favela, but just find me. Can't wait to get another episode cracking for you guys today.
Green light. Hey, what's going on? It's Darian. You can follow me at all social media handles at Gus Got Fans. Just another quick episode. We finna get busy and talk that shit for you. Excuse my language, but this is a real important topic.
All right. So, Ryan Money, since this is your topic, I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce the topic for today's episode. I will say now that I'm going to be not unfiltered. I'm not going to be disrespectful. But I'm going to go in. Right. So, go ahead, man.
So, today we want to discuss basically, about Colin Kaepernick and basically how the NFL still owes him an apology. And, it disgusts me how 4 years ago when he started this protest that people were like, obviously disgusted by it. People are selling their Nike stocks, burning whatever the hell they were doing.
Burning jerseys. Yeah.
Right. And it's just like after George Floyd's passing, rest in peace, and all this rioting was going on, people are like, why is this happening? Why are people doing this? Like, why are people going crazy, rioting, whatever. But when 4 years ago, Colin Kaepernick tried to do this protesting silently, no one gave a shit, you know what I mean? And it's just obviously disgusting. So, I think it's just the fact that, and now that they're trying to basically, take back their actions and trying, like Roger Goodell saying, oh yeah, he should get you guys should give him a chance. You guys should look at him, and the owners are like, oh yeah, we're gonna take a look. They're not gonna take a look because they're not really letting him. They're not gonna try to get him back in the league for his talent or what he has to give. They're trying to bring him back just because of all this going on, because they know now there's a target on their back with it. And obviously, as you can tell today, they still don't care, and there's still a bunch of. It's just, I think that
it's like a bunch of prejudice on my man.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of and we all know personally, he's better than some of these. I mean, I can't say anything for him now because it's been 3 years since he's been out the league, but I still think he's better than a couple of starting quarterbacks in the league right now. And I think he's better than a majority of the second-string quarterbacks. And I just think that, obviously he needs another chance. But they're never going to give him another chance.
I feel that.
So, how you guys feel about this whole situation?
You want to go first, D-Money?
Yeah, for sure. So, I feel like at this point, the whole situation with Colin Kaepernick in the NFL is blown way out of proportion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And most importantly, all this man wanted to do was play football. America's pastime, just like how baseball is. It's mainly a American thing. And then with all the stuff that's going on in our nation, like Right Money mentioned, rioting from across the whole nation. And then after, the aftermath, the effect of this, they want, the commissioner, Roger Goodell, to sit up and really say some things that, ain't none of us really just listening to. But at the same time, we all know that it's the simple principle that they will never get his man a chance because 4 years ago, he took a knee at a game.
Over literally just over a knee. You know what I mean?
And he's not the first person to do it either.
I can say so much on this, bro, because I go to school for one of my minors is Black Studies and everything, and the ordeal with everything surrounding Colin Kaepernick is I just think it's bull crap. I really couldn't say what I wanted to say.
Fact.
When you look into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm disappointed in the NFL. I really am, because it hurts my heart to sit here and see that for your league to be almost 93% black, and it took a man, one man. You good. Hey, make sure y'all wash your hands. But it took one man to kneel to a song that really was written. I ain't gonna go hotep on y'all today, but I just really want to just think about this. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was a point guard in the NBA. His name was Chris Haynes at first, converted to Islam.
Muslim.
Yeah. And
they blackballed.
This was 95, 96. And Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was a walking bucket.
It was
talking about he's the only player in NCAA history to average 30 points in a season.
Thorough. You
feel me? Like, it's Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Go watch his highlights, man. I ain't gonna say too much. But his solution to, the national anthem was to pray during the national anthem. He stood, and everything, and that caused a nationwide outrage. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these leagues lean more so to making the business decision over the ethical decision. You would think that since it's a fair representation and all that, that, it would make it easier for him to do what he does, and it's freedom of speech. But I guess freedom of speech doesn't apply to sporting events. Practice. You know what I'm saying? Go back to it. NBA legends at the time were disagreeing with him for sitting against the flag or kneeling against the flag and protesting against the national anthem, using that time to protest. Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Colin Kaepernick, the same thing happened to him, where players were like, oh, I don't see the point of him doing that. I think he should just get over it. You know what I'm saying? Basically telling him to go fuck himself, to be honest with you.
Well, basically until, was it last year, the before, Eric Reed, he's currently, I believe he's still the safety of the Panthers now. Mm-hmm. He was basically getting the same thing as the same.
Wasn't he on the same team as Colin Kaepernick when that happened?
I believe so. I don't want
to misquote. All right.
All right. But yeah, the same thing. Like for a couple of years, he was just getting no one was signing him, and then right when he got back into the league, getting drug tested up the ass.
I think he had 8 drug tests in 1 year.
What?
Every week, every other week, just getting drug tested up the ass.
What?
And it's for what? Just because he took a knee? Because he stood by a friend and a teammate?
Before you continue, a Green Beret. That's probably one of the highest, one of the most renowned Army squads on this planet.
Rangers
sat down with Colin Kaepernick and told him, you know what? I think you sitting for the flag, sitting during the national anthem is disrespectful. But what you should do instead is kneel. Someone who served this country, someone who risked their life for this country, gave him the clearance. Look, I understand everything you're saying, but I think you can get your point across by kneeling. Y'all went to burning y'all running shoes. Y'all went to burn y'all jerseys. Y'all was burning anything Nike related because a black man decided to use his platform.
Selling stocks, all that stuff.
Why is it an issue every time a black athlete has an issue with what they're playing? You see the new thing, I'm telling you right now, the next person I see getting blackballed is Kyrie Irving. Because every time someone says something related to social justice issues in regards to black people, a black person at that point, it's never respected. It's always about, this, that, and the third. It's always a goddamn but. When is it going to be a yes? I understand. What can we do to assist you guys and do to make things much more easy for you guys? It's never about communities. It's never about the community itself, because black people make up 2 out of the 4 major North American sports, the most popular ones. Ooh. So for you to sit there and disrespect this man, Colin Kaepernick, we're talking about a 99-yard rushing touchdown against the best defense at that time, the Green Bay Packers. A 99-yard touchdown. We're talking about a man who went to the Super Bowl, a potential MVP candidate. and he's not warranted to speak how he feels because he feels threatened, because his voice isn't being heard. He felt like he wasn't doing enough, so he thought he could use his platform to do that. Isn't that what everybody else do?
See, I think the biggest thing with that too is
Man, that shit
like
is tea.
the bunch of the criticism was coming from him because he's not 100% black. He is half white.
What the
And
hell does that have to do with anything? You know, like,
yeah, no, I
like,
understand, yeah.
right? Like, what?
And then and I think the fact that was two people's
Man,
argument
walking around
was
with a
that,
fro and cornrows.
right. I think people's
How?
argument too was it was obviously that he wasn't full black, and he was raised by his mother, which was white. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And everyone's like, he was raised by his mother who was white. He's obviously half. So why is he trying to bring out his like African American style all of a sudden? And it's like you said, he's using his platform to try to make a change.
Oh God!
And that was
the boy can
received
play
the wrong way.
football.
Let
me
me
ask you a
football
question.
despite his
Let me
race.
ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a serious question. J. Cole, right? He's biracial. We don't hear nobody question his mixed nicks, I guess you can call it. We don't hear nobody saying
Really
about
don't.
him. And he's making albums on shit like this. But we don't say nothing to J. Cole. Because he does what an average black man does, and that's rap, I guess, you know. And I'm sick of that narrative being driven into the heads of our people. Like, gee, like, he's not wrong. And then I hated how they try to make him look when they gave him the opportunity to try out for these teams. Bro, they would not
He got his
stop
workout.
talking about this shit.
Talking about Cap?
Yeah, like they tell us he got to work out at this facility specifically.
Yeah, that's why.
Sure. Okay, whatever. He didn't. Oh, okay. Bring y'all ass to that. He understood what this was about. This wasn't about him getting an opportunity again. This was about a business. You feel me? This was a business decision. Oh, let's just get our ratings up by just telling him we're going to give him an opportunity. And no team signed him. These quarterbacks now they're trash. They're trash.
Yeah.
They're
Trash bags.
Obviously,
trash
like
cans.
And obviously, like
everywhere.
he did the right thing by moving like with that
You know-
workout. He did the right thing by moving his workout because obviously they just obviously they're gonna end up not signing him and like blackballing him anyways. But like he did the right thing by moving his workout to a public area because they didn't want no cameras. I want you on cameras. You know what I'm saying? So he did the right thing. He wanted to not just showcase his talent to the scouts. He wanted to showcase his talent to the world. That's why he did.
Show the world that he's still. It's not over. It's not over.
Got it.
It's not over.
And that's why they wanted to hold this private workout so that no one could. You know what I'm saying? So he just do this all for nothing, and he did. But like I said, he moved it and he did it with a purpose. And obviously, some scouts didn't go to the new location, and they're like, "Ah, fuck it, whatever." But it's sick. Like it's really sick. I mean.
I don't know, bro. This topic gets me heated a lot because I feel like so much can be said about.
And so much been unanswered.
And so much has been unanswered. Like the
like
NFL let this go to sleep. And I'm not saying Jake, the whole Jay-Z thing initiative about, we're past the kneeling of the flag. When he said that, I wanted to punch him in his face because how the hell you gonna sit here and say what the people are not? What we're past. We never even fucking walking through the door. We never walked through that door. We never sat down and had a conversation. There was never no announcement from the NFL about a program that would, a rule change that would allow players to use that platform. The NFL only care about dollars. And for them to sit there and act like that, the flag is that important. It's illegal to fly the flag horizontally, but they still do it. It's illegal to use the national anthem at public events for profit. But they still fucking do it. It's so many laws that these people break themselves, yet they find so much interest in making sure that the individual with no power in that system that they run can use that. Explain it to me. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair. We just sat here and witnessed over the last few years, thousands, not hundreds, thousands of unarmed, innocent black victims died of police brutality. And the fact that a black man use his platform to sacrifice his job. He sacrificed his livelihood, his love. That only thing that he probably had joy for at that point, football. He sacrificed that for the betterment of our people. And for them to sit there and throw that shit in our face, it's a slap in the face.
Right, definitely. And like obviously when it comes down to like with like team situations, I can single-handedly name y'all a bunch of teams that could have used him. Obviously,
Use
like
him. A dual threat quarterback.
obviously, like we got
Ain't that the wave? That's the wave, right?
I mean, like the last couple of years, I would say Baltimore before they got Lamar. Even now, they could use him. New England before they signed Cam. Obviously, Jacksonville. I think he is better than Gardner Minshew. Cleveland could use him because you don't know how Baker Mayfield's going to turn out for his
San Diego.
third season. San Diego.
Chicago.
Where are we at right now? Chicago could have used him.
I ain't gonna sneak on Chicago. Chicago gonna sit here and say Chicago let a former Heisman, a former NCAA champion, and a 2,000-yard thrower in college. We let them walk past us. For a quarterback who played at a basketball school.
The basketball school, and he only started his senior season.
Senior year. He was the last hope. Oh, we like this interview. And then they lied and said that we interview all of them. You didn't interview no damn Deshaun Watson. You didn't interview the national champion. You're talking about somebody who lost to Alabama, came back and won.
But like personally, as like as a Bears fan, obviously I would have loved to see him grab Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes, but I think personally, I don't want to say they did the right thing because they're dumb as hell for it.
Right.
The right thing.
We traded up, bro, and the fact that we traded up to do that, I was like,
But personally, they would have ruined both of their careers.
Oh, for sure. Quarterback development in this city.
Come on, Rex Grossman went to the Super Bowl. Rex Grossman
took us to the Super Bowl.
Nah, I mean,
and our best player that year, arguably, was our kick returner, bro.
Rex Grossman ain't take a Super Bowl, man. It was that defense.
Peanut Tillman, Lance, all them guys.
And just like what's it called? Well, Baltimore, bro. Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl, but they had that nasty Ravens defense. You feel me? Ray Lewis,
I'm just saying, bro. Like, at this point, you don't really need a quarterback to take you to the Super Bowl. Like, it's getting to that point. Because now the positions are more skilled. The skill positions are doing more work. You know what I'm saying? We seeing, a lot of, like, scrutiny when it comes to those positions. Like, and it's like they value the quarterback so much. And it's clear that the image of the NFL is the history of having a white quarterback. And I'm not saying that there's no great white quarterbacks. I'm not saying that there aren't. Because, I mean, shit, top 5 is white. So,
right.
That's true. It can be that way. But it's clear and evident that now that we have technology, we have access to, footage and everything, that they're really not trying to have a black quarterback as the head of a team. It's clear, bro. It's clear. It's clear. For like RG3. What the hell was his offensive line at? Where was his offensive line at?
Man.
Somebody Washington.
Can you explain that to me? How is Robert Griffin III not the best quarterback in this league? When we watched him at Baylor, what the hell?
ACL. My hair all in my face.
Bro, Robert Griffin III had the potential to be the greatest quarterback because he could run and he could throw the hell out of the ball. He could throw the hell out of the ball. And what happened? They ain't give him no O-line. No O-line. Only thing he had was Trent. And he was questionable with his running decisions. He's trying to run the ball too much. But still, like, come on now. Who else? You can name
it's Washington. What you expect, though? You feel me?
It is Washington. I'm looking forward to that name change. But I don't know, bro. Like, this topic is just it's so many things you can say. It connects to so many things. It takes away from and that's what they did. They took the things that it stemmed into and used that as a way to block it from extending further. Because there's no reason why Colin Kaepernick should not be on a team.
Yeah.
2,500 passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards, 30-something touchdowns the year he went to the Super Bowl? Get the hell out of here.
I think, obviously, like,
And that game was competitive as hell. He took Ray Lewis. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I just think obviously
I just live in this country. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I don't gotta say what goes on. I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm just here. At this point, it don't even matter what the fuck going on.
I even have to be. I'm just here. You feel me?
Present.
Minding my business. All right, just present. Minding my business.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, he definitely should be on the roster. I think the whole Denver offering him a contract a couple years ago, I kind of think it's bull. That's just me.
Denver.
Personally.
Y'all went from Peyton Manning to Brock Osweiler. What the hell? Now y'all want to bring in Colin Kaepernick. I swear to God, I just live here and I'm a spectator. I just live here and I'm a spectator.
QB now.
They got Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
Yeah.
And because he's singing a video of Young Jeezy, doesn't require him to be, okay, well, he's cool to my boy. Well, he went to a school. Come on now. He went to Missouri. What do you expect? Like, come on now, man. Like, stop. And that's the thing. Like, they be so quick to invite culture into these white quarterbacks. It's like, okay, well, can we just go off their experience? Like, where he went to school? Like, he went to school in Missouri. What do you expect, bro? Come on now. Like, come on now. Right. The same school that not created, that's a terrible word, that helped produce the first openly gay NFL player. Do you see him in the league?
Nope. Exactly. Well, Michael Sam, right?
Michael Sam. Yeah, Michael Sam was easily, bro, easily blackballed. And he was easily the top 3 DE that year. Yeah, and then Missouri was in the SEC that year.
Yeah.
I just live here, bro.
I'm just now informed on this.
I'm just living, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just living, bro.
Michael Sam was nasty. He was good. It was and
then he had like 20 sacks one year. Like, what the hell? Like, come on,
I don't know. But I hate to see, obviously, like, his career ruined just because
his sexual preference, right? His sexual preference removed him from the league. And it's like, when did belief systems become a judgment of our players?
Like, what is him liking the same his same sex guy do with him tackling somebody and doing his job?
I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's toxic masculinity on the NFL. I blame the players for that shit. Honestly, I really do blame them for that, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, like I said, what did you like think was happening? He didn't. I think didn't he have like a boyfriend or something like that too? So
at the time, bro.
So he's not coming here to hit on you, touch it. He's literally coming there to do his job. Play.
He can help win a championship, and yet you decided to squander that away because you was scared.
There to play football, and y'all, what y'all think he was gonna do? Get on there with y'all on the field? No.
Got him,
because he was a homosexual man. You felt like he was gonna hurt your feelings.
Right, y'all weird. Like y'all, everyone who like obviously thought wrong about this shit. Y'all weird as hell. He was not trying to get on there with y'all. Y'all weird as fuck. He was trying to play football. He was trying to play the sport. He worked his ass off.
And I blame TV. This is why I blame TV.
National TV.
ESPN did a special on this man before he was drafted. And I watched that on NT, bro. I watched that. Because I was like, I want to see how a black man, who is homosexual, which is perfectly fine. I don't care, bro. Like, my mother, which is my aunt, technically, my mom, T, she's lesbian. So why the hell would I care about watching somebody on the field who's homosexual?
Right.
And that shows the discrepancy and the hidden agenda behind these leagues, bro. Like, they don't want anything that interferes with the political stature of just keeping it clean. And it's like, you can't do that. We're not in a society now where you can do that no more. Like, we should be fine when we're educating each other and changing viewpoints and changing systems, that we know are not right.
It's a lot. Culture.
It's the culture, bro. It's the culture. Like, why are we – okay, remember that Richie Incognito situation, bro, with the Dolphins, bro. And that whole Dolphin locker room situation, bro, and how that was like honestly, that year, that was probably the best offensive line because Ryan Tannehill had a year that year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It was that year, and Richie Incognito was accused of wasn't he found like racist slurs and issues regarding homosexuality. Yet Richie Incognito has a job. He has a job. He's in the league still. He's in the fucking league. And for us to sit here and pretend like, okay, at this point, what's the point? What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? You feel me? Like, what do you want us to understand from this? What are we gaining from this? Because you're not teaching us anything from this, bro.
Right.
This ain't helping no fucking body, bro. And I feel like it's unfair to sit here and say that it's unfair. And the NFL needs to do better, bro. Because I really do see in a few years, that shit won't be as popular as we think it is. Because they're losing people with their agenda, bro. Like, they're confusing people. Like, they're not really helping no one with what they're trying to do. And I'm not mad at them for doing that. But I don't appreciate how they try to do Colin Kaepernick, Michael Sam. You know, like, it's a few names that, you know, face being blackballed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not cool. Like, it's not cool at all, bro. Like, black athletes go through so much scrutiny in the NFL. Like, I could go through a list. Michael Vick, dogfighting. He wasn't even dogfighting. He just held the location for them to do the damn dogfighting there.
Right.
Okay, he's gone. Terrell Owens. He's a terrible teammate. He's selfish. He doesn't care about anyone. He's just in this for himself. He's just selfish. Who this, who that. Terrell Owens was the best wide receiver in the goddamn league when he was playing. Arguably.
Mm-hmm.
T.O. We're talking about T.O. He's not a team player. No, he's a sore loser.
He was one of the first athletes to have his own show and shit, too.
Come on now, bro. At the same damn time. And so for you to sit there and say, oh, well, T.O. ain't this, T.O. ain't that, boo, 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 boo. It's just hella athletes, bro, that you could name, NBA-wise. Who else? Look at, like, draft picks. Look at just, like, draft picks in sports. Jamarcus Russell. Like, come on, he's a joke. Like, I can make an argument for him. Like, okay, yeah, he was lying. He was scrubs. Who else? And Anthony Bennett. This nigga Anthony Bennett averaged 27 and 13 his sophomore year before he declared for the draft. And what happened? He gets to the league. Oh, it's his fault. He sucks. Ooh, this. Blame the damn system. Blame the team for once. When are we gonna start blaming these teams?
Never. Because they don't want to obviously admit they were wrong. You know what I mean?
As I said earlier,
be held accountable for their actions,
bro. They don't want to be held accountable, and that's the problem. Like, people gotta understand that the NFL itself is just a board. It's a board of governors, and the governors itself individually own their own team. Each team is its own individual business entity. So it's not really a reflection. It's going to always be a reflection of the entire league when it involves one team, because it's their league. It's just like in NBA. Each team is its own individual entity, which is why they have cap rooms, which is why they have salary caps, which is why they have hard caps, soft caps, which is why they have trade exemptions, all these things, because it makes it fair. But that's only for business. What about protecting the players that actually play in these damn leagues? What about it?
You're never going to see it personally.
I just live here, bro. I just live here, bro. I don't know, bro. I just live here, bro.
Obviously, we've seen it with the NCAA for, like, many years. That, like, they basically use players because of, like, off their name and stuff. I mean, they're just not letting them get paid off their name. They don't.
Do you think? But let me ask you a question though. Do you think they've been getting paid?
The players?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, under the table.
All right. Under the table.
Like the whole thing with recently, like right now with, like, Zion.
Right.
Players have been getting paid
since middle school. Okay, middle school. You hear me? Middle school. You hear me?
They've been bribing,
bro. I never played basketball AAUI, bro.
Boosted.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you right fucking now. AAU tournaments are nothing but endorsement meetings. That's all they are. That's all they are. If you got the money to get into the tournament, you're going to a school. Right. Because it's already set in those motions, bro. If you can compete with
it's a hangout for them.
It's a hangout for them, bro. Like, you should see how I've seen John Calipari before. I've seen what's the Louisville coach who just Rick Pitino. I've seen Shaka Smart. I've seen these people at these games, these tournaments, bro. Mm-hmm. You think they're not ready? Oh, man, good game.
That's why, like,
50,000.
Yeah.
You dropping 45, 15, and 6. Like, come on now, man. Stop the cap.
That's why I'm saying, like, every time, obviously, like I said, the thing with Zion or, like, what was it, Wiseman? Like, everyone's like when you hear about the headlines, like, breaking news, It's not breaking.
Oh yeah, with James Wiseman.
Yeah,
Penny.
players have been getting paid by these colleges and all that stuff for years, like literally years. Football, basketball, etc. Like, and they just obviously make it a big deal because they're the ones who got caught. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's been
That's
going on
true.
for years. But like I said, they don't really care about the players. They just want to use them for their name to get money off them. That's why obviously that's why they pass a law, because everyone's getting on their ass. It's like they need to get fucking paid, like actually get paid off their name. You need to stop using them and abusing like their name to get some fucking money.
And
Let
that's where
them
we,
get
we got
money
to start
off
that
their name.
conversation, bro. Like, they take advantage of these players and exploit them because of the situation that they come from. Low income housing, lower middle class. So money is tough for these players. You know what I'm saying?
They try to make a story out them.
Exactly. And they turn these players into just stories, like stories that they're not really these stories. They use them as marketing exploitations.
Exactly.
And I've seen with my eyes. I ain't gonna tell you what school I go to. I probably mentioned in an earlier episode, but I've seen it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to these players. I interview these players a lot. I talk to them all the time. I'm cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I live with these players because I was in the same dorm last summer, and same conversations happen, bro. Like, it is a game. We got 3 minutes left, but it's a game, though. It's a game out here, man. Like, for real. Like, and I just want people to understand that this Colin Kaepernick situation is an extension from the exploitation of these athletes from the time that they are sometimes 11, 12. Like, real spiel. Like, we seeing – look at LeBron. Like, we seeing – you can't sit here and tell me LeBron ain't getting paid. You can't sit here and tell me LeBron wasn't getting paid when he was driving a Hummer at 18. You can't sit here and tell me that, bro.
Boy.
Come on now. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that. And I'm not trying to call LeBron out, but if I'm a player and a motherfucker offer me $100K in a car,
we up, baby.
What? Put me on the shelf. Put me on your shelf.
We up, baby.
Put me on your shelf. Yeah.
We up.
I can pay my bills. I can pay my tuition. I could help my family survive for the next couple of years with this money. Like, bro, I feel that, bro. And
I get a shoe too.
Come on now. This Colin Kaepernick situation is a huge extension of just the exploitation of black athletes in this system in America, man.
And that's why I like, obviously, like we talked about earlier, like our previous episode, that Bron's basically, you know what I mean? Like, he's done so much for the community, you know what I mean? Like, he's used his platform the right way. Like, but why is he not getting blackballed? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's using his platform. He's doing all this stuff.
You got like 30 seconds left, my boy. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. So, like, he's using his platform, and he's not getting blackballed. You know what I'm saying? So why is Colin Kaepernick getting blackballed?
The NFL, go to hell. That's all I gotta say. Get it together, man, or y'all going down. But, thank y'all for coming out to another episode of Science Over Stats with your family, Standing Out Sports. We ain't gonna do outros. Y'all know who we are.
Peace, everyone.
Gang.
Appreciate it.
School. Don't do drugs. And this episode was heat. Heat.
Yeah,
heat.
Hot shit.
I'm gonna hit the chat. I'm gonna hit the chat. This bitch busting, so they ain't gonna cap.